Good morning. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 703. We are live in Southwest Florida and I am at the beach again. This is the gorgeous Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you are joining live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. Let me know if you have questions for me. Good morning, Grace. Hello. Welcome back. Episode 703. Wait a few minutes for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. Hi Joe, it sure is gorgeous here today. Hi Pamela and Sharon, Val, Thea, Lisa, Jane, good morning. Hi Chantel and Mindy and Thea, good morning. Hi Kimberly and Judy, good morning. Hi Carrie, Diane, Julia, Lisa, Constance. It is hot and steamy here again today. Hi Rita and Val, but I think putting my hair back in braids kept me a little cooler on the bike ride over here. It's hot, but I'm not as uncomfortable as I was yesterday, so yay me! Hi Christine and Sean and Liz. By the time I got back from my bike ride yesterday, my clothes were drenched like I had jumped out of a swimming pool or been through a hose. It was crazy. It was so humid. Hi Marcia and Carrie, Deborah, Mar, Sean, Sharon, Virginia, Lily. Yes, Lily, my hair is growing. I'm so excited. And that's been with trimming it at home too. So I'm very, very excited about that. As long as I can keep my ends somewhat healthy, I will continue to grow it. Hi, Marcia. Good morning. Hopefully some of you have started receiving your bags. I know some of the notifications have said delivered already. Love to hear about it if you're excited about your new bags. I have a bag tag on mine this morning. If you're not familiar with my bag tags, you can get a card with a carabiner clip for $1.99 in my shop, and it's a great way to mark what's inside your bag so you don't have to keep going in and out of your bags all the time. You can write your project name, what yarn, and what hook or needle size you use. And that's also a great thing if you're borrowing a hook or needle size to use with multiple projects, then you know what size you used in as well. Thank you, Joe. I'm excited that they look so nice together as a set. As you know, I work really hard to design the fabric collection to be cohesive, and to finally see it in physical form and see that they do all look so cute together is very exciting. I do want to mention that there is only going to be one run of every collection that I do in the bags going forward. So when these are gone, they will be gone forever, but that means that I'll be designing a new collection, and I've already started working behind the scenes on color palette and trying to get a sense of where I want to go with the next collection. So it's very exciting because you know that just as much as I love to design knitting and crochet projects, and you know how much I love to draw too, and you know how important color is to me. So every time I have the opportunity to work on color palettes and whole collections, same with when I'm writing books, working on a collection and that bigger picture is very, very exciting to me. Carla got her bags yesterday too and loves them. Wonderful. So I think I saw Lisa, Joe, and Carla. All three of them got their bags and love them. Mar got hers too. Yes, the canvas is very sturdy. You could use them for lots and lots of applications. Thank you, Judy, for posting links. Judy's posting links to not only the single bags, there are 5 different prints, but also for the discounted 5-bag bundle where you can get one of all 5. Kathy got hers yesterday too and loves them. Wonderful. I would love to see photos of you using your bag. So show me what's in your bag. Show me what kind of projects you have in there. Show me where you take your bags or what you're going to do with your bags. Show me where you are with them. I think it's going to be so much fun to see how everybody uses their bags differently and similarly, and I just think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yes, it takes a little longer for international shipping, that's true, but would still love to see when you do get them. So if you're already a member of the Create, Share, Inspire group on Facebook, obviously that's an easy place to share your photos, but if you are on Instagram or on Facebook, you can always tag me just tag me by my name on Instagram. It's pretty easy. It's the @ Kristin Omdahl. You can tag me, or you can use the hashtag Kristin Omdahl. Either way would be a great way for me to be able to see your photos. Carla has 3 projects in her bag today. You know what? I have 3 things in my bag today too. I was a busy bee yesterday and I finished 2 projects, yay! And I have a 3rd project that I realized needs to be published. So I have 3 finished objects in my bag this morning. Can you believe that? So I'll start with the 2 that you're probably going to guess, and then the 3rd one will be a surprise. So I finished the seamless motif scarf last night. Look at how big this is for a 1-ball project in Be So Sporty Bling. It's not blocked yet, so it will open up a bit more, but I was just really impressed with how far I was able to take 325 yards, or 300 yards of Be So Sporty Bling. This is Be So Sporty Silver Bling in colorway Meteor Shower, which has black and indigo blue, a pale mauvey pink, and some creamy white with a thread of pure silver plied into the yarn. So that's 100% bamboo yarn with a thread of pure silver plied into the yarn. This is unblocked, so these motifs will open up a little bit more once I block it. But it is so pretty, so quick to work up, and look at how much bang for my buck I got. I mean, I got a decent sized scarf for a 1-ball project in Be So Sporty Bling. You could wear it doubled like that. You could tie it still and make it into more of a cowl. You could pin it or clip it to make it into a cowl. I think that this would still be a good size for a headscarf if you wanted. I think that this would work as well. I may not have the right hairdo for it today, but you can see that this would actually be a really nice size for a headscarf too. And of course you could just wear it down, you could fold it in half, bring it back around like this. I mean, just lots of different ways you could wear this length scarf. But I wasn't sure how far we were going to get for a scarf trying to keep it to a limit of 300 yards to make it a 1-ball project. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with how far I was able to get on this. So I hope you will enjoy that also for a 1-ball project. And this will be called the Larissa, Larissa. Next, I finished last night. Remember how I told you I had to back burner the crochet cardigan because I just wasn't happy with how the front bands were coming out. So my original thought was to put 1 double crochet into every end of row for single crochet and 4 stitches in the end of rows for the double trebles. It ended up being very ruffly, so I ended up pulling it all back out and doing 3 stitches in the double treble end of rows and 1 stitch in the end of row for the single crochet, and I got a much better fit for the front bands. And so I finished up the entire cardigan with a scallop, a tiny little scallop on there. I do not have yardage for you. I do not have the finished pattern available yet. Like I said, I just finished weaving in the loose ends last night, but how incredibly gorgeous is this? I cannot wait to wear this cardigan. I cannot wait to share it with you. We will have, it'll be sized in many different sizes. It's in Be So Sporty yarn. The color I used is called Rainbow Sherbet, and I used a size G6 or 4mm crochet hook. Could not be easier with a very simple stitch pattern of alternating rows of single crochet and double treble crochet. It gives a very nice vertical line to the pattern. And then I went in the opposite direction to do the front bands and added the scallop trim here along the lower edge on the bottom. So the entire piece is finished with the scallop trim along the neckline and along the cuffs. So yay, another finished object. So this pattern will be coming soon as well. I have all of the behind the scenes work to still do on the pattern, the charts, the sizing. In fact, this one's a little further along. I do have the charts done on this, so both of those patterns I have to now work up. Yes, that cardigan can be dressed up and dressed down. Absolutely. It is going to be like just that classic cardigan that you could wear over anything, and depending on what you style it with, accessorize it with. You could be dressed up and dressed down. Depending on what colors you make it in, you can wear it for a variety of things as well. It's something that I think you could use more than one of in your wardrobe. You could use a bright color, a neutral color, a soft color, and a dark color. It's like having a jacket. A jacket you can have in so many different colors to wear in so many different applications. So then I wanted to show you another project that I found when I was organizing my projects the other day, and that is this gorgeous tank top that I had forgotten that I had finished. This is a combination of Be So Sporty and Be So Fine yarn tidbits. So this is a simple shell in Be So Sporty yarn for the body, and then I added lace in Be So Fine tidbits, 3 different colors of tidbits, to create the lower lace hem and the yoke hem, and then I tied the straps at the top. So this I will probably be making into a pattern as well, and even though I know it's getting cooler in other parts of the country, I don't know about you, but I like to wear a camisole or a shell under jackets year-round anyway, so I think that that would still be worthwhile making for cooler temperatures to wear over a jacket, over. I mean, you could wear this over a jean jacket or a blazer or a cardigan. So many different ways you could wear that, and just a great way to combine multiple colors and an interesting way to combine different weight yarns, and that's something that I'll talk about when this pattern comes out. But yes, this would be a great under layer for a jacket or a cardigan. And that lace just looks so pretty up high on the neck. I guess I could try it on real quick. It won't look great over my dress, but you can get an idea of how it fits. See how that fits? Actually, it doesn't look bad over the dress. So what I was thinking is that to wear this with a jacket over the top would be super, super cute. Whether you wore it with a blazer and dress pants or a jean jacket and jeans, you could definitely dress it up or down as well. I'm seeing a white jean jacket with it for some reason, like dark denim jeans and a white jean jacket, I think is how I will style it, but you could style it in any way that you see fit too, and that depends on what colors you make, right? I did mine in colors that go well with denim. That one is knit, yes, Christine, that one is knit. The other 2 pieces I showed this morning are crochet, and that one is knit. I messed up my hair putting on that scarf as a headband. Oh well. That's the way it goes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'm wearing the fine chandelier earrings this morning too. I've always loved tank tops and camisoles under jackets too, Marcia. I think it's very feminine. These are the fine chandelier earrings, and this is in colorway Tropical Hot Coral in Be So Fine yarn, which comes in the tidbit size so that you can get will I do videos? Yes, eventually I do videos on everything. I don't know which project you're referring to, but yes, I always try to eventually get to videos for every project. Wait, see if there's any more questions. Thank you, Judy, for staying on top. Yes, Lily, there will be videos for all the new projects, yes. Kimberly's doing Zen project with tidbits right now. That's great. Carla saw me on Knit and Crochet Now yesterday. That's awesome. Wonderful. I have not watched the new season yet. I need to do that too. Need to at least watch something. At least watch an episode. I don't always watch myself. I have to watch myself enough editing my own videos for YouTube that I don't actually watch myself otherwise. How beautiful is the water today? We've got some different colors of blue than we even had yesterday. I feel like the colors are a little more intense. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate it so much. I love being part of Knit and Crochet Now. Has anybody else been watching the new show? Yeah, the colors are more intense today. Let's see, I think the water looks pretty clear too. Yes, Sharon, there will be a video for that pattern. Oh, Judy's posting a link to a blog post that I wrote about season 11 of Knit and Crochet Now, so you can see what's on every episode and you can get links for how to watch. I wrote a very detailed blog post about season 11. I agree, Lisa. It is beautiful today. I think we should go check out the water and see how clear it is too. Let's go. I think my tripod is on its last leg, unfortunately. I mean, it seems like they only last a couple years, right? The waves are a little big today. But I think the water's still pretty clear considering. You can see the seashells inside the surf. There it comes. All right, this one's gonna get me, I think. Yep. That one got me. All right. I got in the water, see? That's about all I do. Yesterday, for exercise, I came back to the beach later in the day and walked in the surf for 40 minutes. That was hard. My legs and my booty were burning the whole time, so I figured that had to be good exercise if you're burning the whole time. So I walked in the soft sand in the surf for 40 minutes. I set a timer and went 20 minutes, and then when the timer went off, I went back. So, yeah, there are some good seashells on the beach today. There are. Does anybody have any questions? I just can't get over these colors today. It's so gorgeous. So intense. Yeah, it was good exercise. Plus, I have to ride my bike over a bridge to even get here. I've never seen sea glass here, Julia. I'm sure there is sea glass from time to time, but I've never seen it. But I'm not somebody that actually beach combs for shells. I'm sure just like when people like thrift shopping, the more you go, the better you find things, or people that, there's a hole in the sand here this morning and I can't tell if it's from a critter or a umbrella yesterday, and I'm freaked out that a snake's gonna come out of it. It's like right next, I gotta show you. It's right next to where I'm sitting, and can you see it? And I keep worrying that there's gonna be a critter or actually a monster that will come out of it. Like, I don't know, you know? See, I'm freaked out, so anything touching me is scaring me now. You know how skittish I can be. Yeah, my towel touched my foot, so I've got goosebumps now. Sorry, guys. Are you kidding me? I'm not sticking my hand over there, even to put a seashell over it. I can't even touch my own towel now without screaming. So, hi, Patricia. Patricia got her bags yesterday. Yay. Yeah, what do you guys think that hole is? Do you think it's a snake, or do you think it's... Oh! Yeah, I'm in Naples. This is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. Did I ever make a project with the shells? I don't think I have yet. It's been on my list to do for a long time, but I have not. Carla thinks it's a crab. Okay, good. A crab I can handle. It's so perfectly round, and I know that it would be messier if it was an umbrella, so thank you. As long as it's a crab, I'll be okay. It's if it's a snake that I won't be okay. You know, I'm at the beach access where we saw the alligator one time. So every day that I get here, I ride my bike over that sidewalk where the alligator sat to get my bike into the bike rack, and I remember every single time, if there can be an alligator here once, there can be an alligator here again. Oh, we're almost done now, Lisa. I'll live. In fact, now I feel a little better knowing that it's not a snake hole. And there are other beach axes that I could go to where the snake or where the alligator wasn't, but this is the closest one to home, so I usually try to just go to the closest one. Well, I think braids made a difference for heat control this morning. I'm nowhere near as uncomfortable as I was yesterday. Do I dye my own yarn? Sometimes, yes. Some of my yarns I dye myself, and some of them are dyed for me. Yep, I've talked a lot about dyeing yarn over the years. Lisa hates snakes, me too. Sharon, I haven't heard of anyone having trouble with the Nadia. Sharon, I will make a video as soon as I can. Hi Nikki, good morning. Hi Donna. Yeah, I mean, all these videos are on the list. I'm working on so many things behind the scenes, so yeah, they're definitely on the list to get done as soon as possible. But I think you were saying that your stitches aren't lining up. Your stitch count, it's a repeat of the same row. So if it's off a little bit, then you must have miscounted something. Make sure that you have a stitch marker at the beginning of the row, and that may help. But if your horizontal bars aren't lining up over the same stitches, then you've changed your stitch count, or you're skewed on your repeat on the repeats, because within one section of the offset pattern, everything is supposed to be identical. So if they're not lining up, then you didn't do everything identical on the repeats. Hopefully that makes sense. Hi Joyce, good morning. Because even though it repeats multiple times, it's the same exact thing that you repeat, so it should be identical just by the nature that you're repeating. And if it's not, then there is a miscount somewhere. Someone must be asking about yarn. Judy is posting a link to Be So Baby yarn that comes in 60 colors. I thought someone did ask about coming up with a combination of colors that matches the beach scene here. Within my 60 color palette, I'm sure you could come up with colors that match in here, because I have all sorts of neutral colors that match the foam in the water and the shades and shadows of the sand, and I have tons of blues and teals and dark colors that would go with anything from the sky to the water as well, and greens. So yeah, you could definitely pull together a palette from all these colors. There's 60 colors in that yarn, so I mean, you could come up with a palette for anything. I know, Melody, I wish I could sit here all day too. I would if I could. Good morning, crochet and creative cleverness lady. Yeah, be so fine and be so sporty. Have lots of colors too, Christine, but if someone's looking to be that specific, I thought the easiest place to start would be somewhere that has 60 colors. But yes, you could work on any palette that inspires you with any of my yarns. The other thing that you could do is work on texture too. You know, it's not just with color. You can be inspired by a scenery and work on it based on texture too. Hi Genevieve, good morning. Great questions, everybody. God, it reminds me of something I wanted to talk about and I don't remember now. This is very relaxing this morning though, these waves. There's something about the bigger waves rolling in like that, not like rough sea, but like a calm sea, but with the rollers. I find that to be extremely soothing too. And again, something completely different. Yes, texture, like for example, doing a variation of feather and fan or a variation of a chevron with knitting or crochet. You can do lots of things that look like waves, for example, or in knitting specifically, combining, you know, knit and purl stitches. You can get all sorts of textures, including being able to write letters and things. And then even in crochet, going between post stitches and non-post stitches, or front post and back post stitches. You can also get lots of different textures for either being inspired by specific nature scenes, or writing letters, or making a message, writing the word love, or putting someone's initials on things. There's all sorts of ways that you can, you know, make a statement with texture, not just with color too. Which is just a whole different world, right? We talk a lot about color here, but we could actually talk just as extensively about texture as well. There's so many different ways that you can express an idea and an inspiration from texture too. Luna, front and back stitches are your favorite. That's great. Yeah, there's so much you can do with front and back stitches. Most specifically, on the top of my mind, the Apollonia wrap is actually a great example of combining textured stitches and color work. That's something that you don't see every day. You either see a lot of texture or you see a lot more color work. And with the Apollonia wrap, I combine texture and color work. That is a pattern that you can download on my website with lots of detailed charts and written instructions, and even some suggestions for how to make it either the rectangular wrap that I did, or how to make it a much larger afghan. And there is a video series for it here on my YouTube channel as well, to help you understand how to carry, so it's tapestry crochet in the round for motifs with textured post stitches as well. So it's definitely a combination of techniques, but really a showstopper once you get the hang of it. And having said that it does combine color work with texture, what's interesting is that if you wanted to remove the color work and do it in one color, you could then just focus on the texture, and that would be stunning, absolutely stunning as well, because the post stitches and the texture give you this beautiful starburst mandala design. And although you can see it very well in the way that I added the color work with tapestry crochet, if you removed that component and just did it in one color, you would still get the texture component in the round for the motifs and create starburst mandalas, which would be absolutely gorgeous too. Christine was watching a series on Amazon. The characters were wearing a necklace. Oh, my necklace, you mean? Somebody was wearing my necklace? That's cool. I never see anybody wear this necklace, even though it's been something that's been around at Tiffany's for years and years and years, long before I started wearing it, and it's still available now, so it's definitely a staple piece there. You'd think you'd see more people wearing it. So that's cool. What show was it? Hopefully you'll get a chance to answer. Does anybody else have any more questions? Here comes the sun. Ah, the show's called Wentworth. Okay, cool. Does that have to do with, does it start with a prison scene or something? Does somebody that gets wrongfully imprisoned? I feel like I watched one episode of it. Is that right? Is that the show? Oh, you may be surprised to hear I started watching Downton Abbey finally recently. I think I'm up to episode 2 or 3. I know that I am the last person to probably watch the show, and I did not care for the first half of the first episode the first time I tried it years ago, so I put it aside, and I am happy to report that I do like the show now. And like I said, I'm either at the end of episode 2 or beginning of episode 3, so I know Judy's happy to hear that, and I know lots of people have enjoyed the show, and everybody tells me that if you just give it a chance, you'll love the costumes, so I am ready to be inspired by Downton Abbey. And I like the story. Oh, I'm not the last one, Marcia? I know, I'm just being silly. Well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you have enjoyed the beach, the waves, the colors, the scenery, the sounds, my show and tells, chatting with me and everyone else here. Thanks for all of the great questions, everybody. Thank you, Judy, for all of the great live links, and thank you to our moderators for keeping it safe and fun and supportive here. If you like the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, the red button is over here, and you can click the bell button next to it if you want to be notified every time I go live or upload a new video. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.